Bridgeport has a feel that's completely different from the north side neighborhoods most people default to. Let me explain. About 33,000 people live here. It's got historic roots with an evolving creative and food scene. The White Sox play here. This is real Chicago. It's a neighborhood where people actually know their neighbors. Front porches get used. Restaurants aren't just for Instagram, they're for regulars. And here's what surprises a lot of people. When I take new clients to Bridgeport, they expect old school Chicago neighborhood where everyone talks like they have a Chicago accent. But the reality is it's becoming a melting pot. It went from the traditional Irish and Italian neighborhood to now including part of Chinatown and a growing Hispanic population. There's some incredible architecture, and of course, this is the home to the White Sox. The diversity is the thing that catches first-time buyers off guard in the best way. Now, let's talk numbers, because this is where Bridgeport really gets interesting for first-time buyers. Median home prices right now are around $480,000. Average home value is about $400,000. Price per square foot is about $280, and there's about 58 active listings with a median list price around $430,000. Year over year, prices are actually down about 10%. Which means negotiating power is back for buyers. Here's how that breaks down by the budget. Under $350,000, you're looking at fixer-uppers. Small two flats with good bones, older brick bungalows that need some updating. In the $350 to $450 range, you'll find well-maintained 3-bed brick bungalows and renovated two flats with rental income potential. Above $450, you're into modern new construction, fully renovated, historic two flats, and larger single-family homes. The headline here is simple. Bridgeport is 15 to 30% cheaper than comparable north side neighborhoods with similar transit access. Transit is make or break for a lot of first-time buyers. Good news here. The CTA Orange Line at Halstead Station is your primary access point. That's a 15 to 20 minutes to the Loop. You got multiple CTA bus lines for crosstown travel, and the Red Line is accessible nearby for additional north-south connectivity. Now, I do want to be honest. One of the downsides of Bridgeport is it can be a bit of a transportation desert. You are really dependent on the bus system. If you're close enough to the orange or blue line, the train can definitely work for you. But if you're not near a station, plan on needing a car or relying on the buses. This is where the teacher in me gets excited. Bridgeport's housing stock tells the story. You'll see dense brick two flats bungalows built between 1910 and 1930, detailed brickwork, limestone accents. And the two-flat advantage is huge. Historically, owners lived in one unit and rented the other. Same strategy works for first-time buyers today. Your tenant helps pay your mortgage. Bridgeport, Pilsen, Chinatown are all becoming very popular neighborhoods. There are still some great deals to be found. One of the most familiar styles of architecture here are the Chicago 2 and 3 flat buildings. These are incredible for investors taking that next leap from owning a condo to a multi-unit building. A lot of these buildings have been in families for years. There are often some basic updates and mechanicals to invest in. But here's the financial play that a lot of people miss. The proximity to both University of Illinois Chicago and Illinois Institute of Technology lets you tap into a pool of college students and even faculty looking for housing. On the investment side, you need to be clearing $1,800 to $2,000 a month per unit in rent to make the numbers work. When you hit that number, the math gets very attractive. Bridgeport is not standing still. Here's what's coming. The formerly polluted riverfront near Bubbly Creek is now open as a park. 570 acres are being improved. There's a 25-story high-rise tower proposed for a city-owned site, and the South Chicago plan is aiming to modernize zoning to streamline future development. The riverfront improvements alone are a game changer. This is the kind of investment that drives appreciation over 5 to 10 years. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Here's the real picture. On the pro side, you're paying 15 to 30% less than comparable north side neighborhoods. You got the Orange Line access, 15 to 20 minutes to the Loop. The two flat income potential is real for house hackers. There's active development with the riverfront revitalization, and it's a strong community with neighbors who actually know each other. On the con side, property taxes run about 1.4% or more of your home value annually, which is above the national average of 0.84%. The nightlife and entertainment scene is still catching up compared to Northside neighborhoods, and some blocks are still transitioning with ongoing development. And there's one more thing I always make sure to tell buyers. Bridgeport has a long-standing reputation of being a stagnant neighborhood. And I think over the past few years, that reputation has been completely undeserved. But for my Chicago natives, they need to get over that mental hurt. If you're moving in from the suburbs or another city, you can just really look at what's available and decide if the price and financials make sense for you with that old bias getting in the way. Here's the overall picture. Bridgeport is the smart money play for first-time buyers in 2026. At a $480,000 median compared to $560,000 in Logan Square and a $670,000 in Wicker Park, you're getting comparable transit access, strong architectural character, and the neighborhood that's clearly on the upswing with riverfront development and a 25-story tower in the pipeline. The trade-off is property taxes and nightlife scene that's still catching up. If you value authenticity over Instagram readiness, Bridgeport deserves a very serious look. If you're a first-time buyer in Chicago paying $2,000 or more in rent and you've been looking at the north side because that's where everyone talks about, but the prices feel out of reach, you're open-minded enough to look south and smart enough to know what the real numbers are before you decide, this video is made for you. But if nightlife and walkable bar scenes are your top priority, watch my Logan Square or Wicker Park guide instead. And if you need to stay under $300K, check out my video on McKinley Park or Portage Park. If Bridgeport caught your attention, if you want to help figure out what Chicago neighborhood actually fits your budget, drop me a comment or reach out directly. I help first-time buyers do this every single day. Subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. I'm Scott Fishman. See you on the next one.